Hey guys, I'm Jeffrey.
And I'm Jeremy.
And it is Saturday.
Hey guys, so this week we thought we would come back and talk to you about one of the things that we love most in YA books, but we don't see a lot of.
Which is sad though, because it might for us it puts some books over the top. And sadly it's really not in a lot of YAs. It's more mainly in middle grade books.
Now what we're talking about, we're not trying to be vague, but we are. The thing we're actually talking about is illustrations.
Yes.
Some of our favorite YA and middle grade books are books with illustrations in them, and we just feel like, it adds a whole another, fourth dimension, I guess you could say, to a book where not only are you using your imagination, where sometimes in a book, imagination is good to where you can interpret it yourself, but some books just do a lot better with illustrations.
Especially, it kind of merges, like books like Hugo and we have Wonderstruck, kind of merge that to a point where most of the book is illustrations, and it's almost like watching a movie while you read, which some people might not like or prefer more words to the page, but I like it more. It's just kind of a rarity that's enjoyable.
Granted, I think Brian Selznick is one of those authors that has a whole different type of book to himself, whereas most books use illustrations to kind of cohabitate with the words and illustrations. He uses mostly illustrations, but blends in words to kind of give that extra feel, but the illustrations are the highlight of the book.
Other books that are like the illustrations that support it, or Search for Wanda is one of my favorites. I've not read it yet. Is one of my favorite illustrated. It just has great different transitional designs and supporting illustrations throughout the book, and I love how it's all basically monochromatic with very few colors that they actually go with in the illustrations, so that's pretty cool. I don't know what it is about illustrations in books, but it seems like there is a imaginary line that once you get to a certain age or a certain demographic of readers, that they don't want illustrations, or maybe illustrations seem like a childish thing to have in a book, because growing up you're used to picture books, and as you learn to read, you read more.
You kind of shy away from seeing pictures in books.
You go from short phrases to longer phrases to chapter books, and so on. And it's kind of like taking the training wheels off when you take out, or you're having pictures and then you don't have pictures anymore. But that's the misconception, that readers don't want these training wheels, these illustrations, to support a book. I think it adds more character to a book and adds more intrigue and interest to a book than just having full words or all pictures.
One of the best series of books that is illustrated for young adults in the teen genre is Leviathan, Behemoth, and Goliath by Scott Westerfeld. The art is just phenomenal. It's some of the best artwork I've ever seen. It just perfectly flows with the story.
Very detailed.
Very detailed, and it just helps with the story. I guess I would say it multiplies the story, tenfold, just to help visualize, because some of the steampunk things are harder to, kind of see and with your imagination, but he definitely helps broaden your mind when it comes to that kind of stuff, and you can actually visualize and see the story a whole lot more. Now hopefully in the future we would love to see more teen books with illustrations inside of them. Some books that have recently been published or been published in the last year or so that I think would be, better helped with illustrations. One is Skyship Academy by Nick James.
Also, another great series that came out, I guess 2 years ago now, is Incarceron and Safik by Catherine Fisher. And that's kind of a dystopian set in like a prison, breaking out of this prison. And it's very detail oriented and unique to its story. So I think that could have been a very cool illustration helped book